What is going on, beautiful people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you decide to click on this video. I am out in the neighborhood walking by a school. It's always safe to walk by schools, so I heard. But just wanted to jump in real quick and just talk about two things on today. Two things. The one thing, if you're a telesales agent or any kind of entrepreneur that's really working their business, it is so important to get away from that desk, get outside in some fresh air, and walk, right? Go work out. Do something other than sitting in front of your computer all day. Regardless of the goals, you got to get up. You got to get away from that desk so that you can become clear in your mind, be fresh, rejuvenated. Just get out and get moving, right? I don't know. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we were doing a little powwow, little mentorship, right? And I was like, I remember being a new agent, life insurance agent, for those that don't know. I'm a life insurance agent / broker. I own an agency. I am hiring. Not everybody, but I am hiring. And I remember in the beginning, we would be out door knocking, right? 9 a.m., sometimes 8:30 a.m. until 9 o'clock at night, right? 5-6 days out of the week. And we weren't really taking care of ourselves, meaning we weren't packing our lunch. So we were eating on the road, and a lot of us started getting a little heavy, y'all. Yes, your girl was getting a little heavy. Now, if you a thick chick, thick dude, and you love it, love it. This is not a slap on anybody. But what I'm saying, for the way that my life is set up, I was getting heavy, and it wasn't healthy. Okay, there's a difference. I was not healthy. And I know my husband, he's always worked out, always. Okay, always. And he would always say things like, it doesn't make any sense for us to do all the work and make all the money to end up dying early or dying young because we're not taking care of our health. So it's so important to get up and get out. And he's so right. Even though I don't work out every single day, I do keep it in mind. I won't allow myself to get too far gone. I always get back to what needs to be done. Hence, I'm outside, y'all. The second thing, and wait, let me back up. With taking care of yourself, my God, with taking care of yourself, you can't help nobody else. Excuse me, you cannot help anybody else. Whether it's in business, whether it's in your family, you can't help anybody if you're not helping yourself. I know everybody's sitting there thinking about in the airplane, when it gets ready to go down, oxygen comes down, and they tell you, put your mask on first, right? Before you try to help somebody else. And it's just an easy example to make you think about it. Like, if you can't breathe, how could you help somebody else? It's the same in your life, business. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not loving yourself, if you're not respecting yourself, if you're not just doing all the things that love fall under, taking care, watering, eating the right stuff, reading the right things, listening to the right things, so that you're full, there's no way you can help somebody else. You may think you are, but there's no way you really can pour into someone else the way that God has you to be pouring into people, right? So that's the first thing. Look at yourself as your first business. Have all the excitement and taking care of you. What do you need? What do you need to do? What do you need to change? What habits do you need to form? New ones? What habits that you have that you need to get rid of? And make that change for you and see how you show up for yourself. See how much more confidence you have. I think I'm gonna go this way. More confidence that you'll have when you are getting up earlier and doing things for you, or taking time in the middle of the day like I am and doing something for me, right? it's going to make a world of a difference for yourself. And then, of course, you can then help others. Second thing I want to talk about. I was talking to a client, potential client. She's not a client right now. And the reason she's not a client isn't because I didn't do my job. It's because they waited a little too long to get their life insurance. Now, I want you to listen. Don't click off. I need you to listen because this is very important, especially if you're young, okay? Now, they were looking at mortgage protection, and they wanted to get some extra coverage to make sure that if one of them passed away, that they could pay off their mortgage. Now, they're in their 60s, okay? These individuals have pre-existing health conditions, cancer, both of them. They've had some heart issues, both of them, right? These are serious health conditions, and they're looking for mortgage protection. Now, most mortgage protection plans are going to be a term life insurance, temporary, for the time period of that mortgage, right? And most people don't understand that in order to get $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800, $1 million policy, you got to be healthy, pretty healthy, right? There's some health conditions you can have, but there's others that you can't have if you want to qualify for those larger plans. So I'm running all the numbers. I went through like 40 different carriers, just checking to see who's going to give them the best rate and as much coverage as possible. I knew they couldn't get term, but I was looking at the whole life, right, to see which benefit would give them the most. So, long story short, came back to them. I said, listen, they gave me a budget that they wanted to stay within, which is nice because then it helps me to know, like, how much money can they afford. And I'm not about to be the one like, oh, well, you need to spend $500 if you told me you have $3. Okay. So they were about $300, $350 that they could spend per month. When we came back, they could get, I don't know, don't quote me, maybe about $30,000 a piece. The husband was older. About $30,000 a piece, whole life. Living benefits, meaning that it could help them if they end up having a stroke or a heart attack or something in the future and they didn't die from it. They could tap into the benefit. Had accidental, yes. But it was $30,000. And that came around at $300 mark, maybe a little under. Combined. Not individually, but combined. And the wife was like, dang. I said, yeah, well, it'll cover, 2 years of your mortgage. We could go down and do, 15 months, a year and a half of your mortgage, whatever the amount that you would like. And she said, just for ish and giggles, how much would you have been able to get us if we were healthy at the same age? And I didn't want to do it to her, but she asked me. I said, you sure you want to know? She said, yeah, I know my husband's not going to go for just a 20. I said, well, the 20 is better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Give you enough time to, put the house on the market to sell it or whatever. But I told her what it would be if they were healthy with no health conditions. And they were able to get about $150,000 to $160,000 whole life if they were healthy for that same price. And well, actually it was cheaper. It was like $100 less. And she was like, you have got to be ishing me, right? So the lesson in that, second thing that I wanted to talk about, is stop waiting until you get older to get as much coverage as you can. Because when you get older, the thing that we don't think about is if you're working at traditional jobs, when you get older and you retire or you get laid off, your income is less than what you're working with right now. Hence as to why we see so many people working at Walmart, McDonald's, older people, the different grocery stores, because they have to. Because they didn't really think about the fact that when they got older and retired, that Social Security is not what they thought it was going to be. The retirement pay was not what they thought it was going to be. And they're accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And so even the life insurance is way more expensive than it would have been if they would have gotten that plan in their 30s or 40s or even 50s before a lot of pre-existing conditions, right? Now, you folks that got high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, call your girl. I got plenty of plans to get you day one coverage, get you preferred rates. But it's when you start getting cancer and you're on dialysis, or you are taking insulin for the diabetes, or you've had neuropathy and things of that nature, that's when your rate starts to get a little bit more expensive when you start a plan. So when you start your life insurance when you're young, one, it's going to build more of a cash value, compound interest. That money's growing for you if it's set up the right way. And two, the rate never changes. Your monthly premium will never change. I had seen a lady, I didn't see her, but I talked to a lady on the phone. She had a $30,000 policy. She was spending about $70-something a month. I was able to give her $90,000 for $70-something a month, whole life. Just a matter of a different company, right? So, and she was really upset because she's like, oh my God, I got that policy from my cousin and she told me it was the best thing. I said, it was the best thing that they could provide for you, but that doesn't mean it was the best thing that's out here. That's one of the main reasons why, oh, I got a ring on my app. Yeah, I'm working out. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to expand my book of business, my carriers, so that I really could shop around, learn the different carriers that are out here, learn the different products, and truly be able to be someone that's changing the financial picture for families, right? Not just one type, but being able to truly change and make a difference. Because I don't know how many times I've heard other folk say that, when their parent died, it left them so much money they could buy the house and buy a car and put some money in the bank. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, they must have been spending $700-800 a month. And they're like, no. Different types of life insurance products cost different. They just do, right? Final expense is one of the more pricier plans, and there's a reason. They cover more people with pre-existing conditions than most companies would, right? And they pay out in 24, 48 hours of claim approval. So you want your money fast, baby, you're going to pay for that, right? You're going to pay a little extra for that. But it's what the families need, because when you die, the family needs that money in 3-4 days. So there's a need for that. Your index universal plans, more preferred. You got to be healthier for sure. Cash value builds a lot faster. It really helps people that want to use the money later for retirement, right? Or use the money to be able to, buy the property and invest and things like that. Like, there's different reasons and different ways that you can set up that IUL plan, whole life, form of a whole life. Your term, temporary. There are some terms that has cash back. Yeah, there's term products that have cash back. So if you outlive your term, you get your money back. So those that have a hard time saving, get at your girl, because I can help you cover your family and save some money at the same time, right? There's just so many different products out here. And I just thank God that I have the opportunity to be able to share these different things with you guys, help educate, and educate myself, because I wasn't covered. And I thought I was. I am now. Hopefully you can hear me without this wind. Let me know in the comments down below if the audio's okay. But yeah, just wanted to tap in on those two things. Get on out, get away from the desk, get some fresh air, right? Just breathe. And then get back to work and give it your all. And the second thing, don't wait until it's too late to protect yourself as well as your family with the insurance, the right type of insurance. And if you have life insurance, you're not sure what you have, not sure if you have enough, not sure if you have the right type, call me. Hit me in the DM. My number is 412-609-6264. You can send me a text message. I will respond. We can set an appointment. Doesn't take long to go over it. I can do it right over the phone. No problem. We could do a Zoom. If you want to see me face to face, whatever. FaceTime. I can do all the things to help you and make sure that you have what you think you have. Lady, right before I came outside, told me some agent told her she can get $500,000 for like $200 and some odd dollars whole life, which is a lie. She just had a heart attack about a year ago. She's had strokes in her past. She's on blood thinners. She sounds like she got COPD. And it was something else going, oh, she has diabetes. She's on insulin, diabetes type 2, and she's taking insulin. She is not getting no term policy. and no 500,000 whole life with all those health conditions. Nowhere. And the company that they told her, I pulled it up because I have the company, and I was like, that company only goes up to 50,000, period. They don't even have any accidental standalones, right? So it's unfortunate that, you know, some of these agents will be out here telling seniors or people one thing just to get a sale, which is, you know, y'all going to HE double hockey stick for that, y'all. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's not cool. And yeah, I said it. Be honest. Be truthful. You know, if you can't help that client because you don't have what they need, please stop telling the clients that they don't qualify for any kind of plan because they don't qualify for yours, because that's not cool either. I don't know how many times I sit on the phone and I'm like, yeah, I can get you qualified, but I know that they couldn't qualify for a different company, right? That's not cool, because these seniors sit here and they get stressed out thinking that they can't protect their family, and here they still can, right? It's just a different plan. So I'm done rambling. I'm almost back to my house. I'm about to jump back on my live dials. So I do telesales. I do the field every now and then. But we jump on a Zoom and, you know, we make calls with a couple other agents and make a little fun cut up. So that way, you know, as we are going through our day, we don't feel alone. Some people need to do it by themselves. Others like to have partners. And so I like to jump on and help others and get it done. Looking for an opportunity, hit me up in the DM. You can call me, 412-609-6264. I'm here to help in any way that I can. Yeah, and that's it. I'm out. Peace.